What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And this is a question I have for Team Fury. I do understand that Team Fury, or Tyson Fury, is the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. I understand that he is the A side. I understand that he has the power to make things happen. Okay. I understand he offered Anthony Joshua the fight. He offered him 40% of the split, which is very good. It was a lot better than $40 million that Mayweather offered Pacquiao. I mean, 40 million flat, no pay-per-view, no upside, no anything, just 40 million, take it or leave it, 20 million right now, then 20 million directly after the fight. And, that's a lot better. Okay. Let me counterpunch. Tyson Fury has the power, right? Team Fury has the power. They're holding all the cards. So the question you ask yourself is, if they have all this power, why aren't they really using it? See, if you really want to fight, you don't have to say, no, I can't do something because of somebody else. I think I covered some of this yesterday, but I'm going to go more in depth. Because he wants to make sure of the fight with Usyk going the way it's supposed to be ready for Usyk. Okay? Now, I want you to keep in mind that that's not a set date, as I told you guys yesterday. But see, this is the cherry on top. Do you guys realize all the stuff and the disrespect and the ill regard that Tyson Fury has for Alexander Usyk? That he is a blown up middleweight, that he's not a heavyweight, that he will punch right through him, that he doesn't need even a full training camp. Okay, you guys hear all this and heard all this from Tyson Fury. Well, if Alexander Usyk is that easy of an opponent, why do you have to have a certain amount of time to fight him? See, the same thing that he markets Joshua or tries to sell Joshua on is, hey, you just got out of a fight, right, with Usyk and you lost. So that really, you didn't have any injuries. You weren't really badly hurt. So you're ready to go again, right? Okay, fair play. The same thing will be for Tyson Fury when he beats Anthony Joshua, okay? And then coming off, and that's the 17th, a week before Christmas. And then you have January, and then February. Okay, that's the same amount of time almost. So if he says he doesn't need that amount of preparation time for Alexander Usyk, so whenever Usyk is ready, he will be ready, which, again, Usyk, or Team Usyk, hasn't even gave you a deadline, so they can push that back to whenever date that Usyk feels ready. Okay? Keep in mind, stay with me. Well, why wouldn't he just fight Usyk whenever Usyk's ready coming off that fight? And then we're going back to the Joshua fight. You offer Joshua a fight, and they agree to it, okay? And then you say, hey, we give you two dates, the 17th and the 26th, and I don't want to push your fight back, so I can't wait 2 weeks. So that means that a fight of that magnitude that you think that will be bigger than Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury and yourself, you would totally scrap that fight simply because of a 2-week span. That makes no sense. That shows that maybe you don't have the power, for one. For two, maybe you are concerned about Alexander Usyk and having enough time to prepare for Alexander Usyk, right? And maybe you probably didn't want to fight Anthony Joshua in the first place, because you can easily look at that as a move of the goalpost. Think about it. Let's offer Anthony Joshua 40% split. Maybe they didn't expect Team Joshua to accept it. That might be a possibility. So if you did, like, okay, let's say if Tyson Fury wanted to up the buzz around himself, so he needed somebody else without fighting him. Deontay Wilder showed you how that's done, because all he did was talk about Joshua, and this motherfucker was offered him $100 million and still didn't take it. So it can be done. So Tyson Fury may want to just talk up Anthony Joshua, just to have people think that he's fighting Anthony Joshua, only to fight, I get fucking Kabayel or somebody like that. And, a no-name person that really holds no star power or marquee value whatsoever. And if he was going to do that, what would he do? Oh, let's offer him 40 and expect him to say, no, 50-50. Right? And then when he said, okay, I'm game and I'm ready and I'll be ready in December, well, then why would you then turn around and then say, no, we can't wait 2 weeks because we have to make sure we're ready for Alexander Usyk. By the way, I don't need the time I don't need that preparation time to fight Usyk because he's not a real heavyweight. I'm going to show everybody. I'm going to put my fist right through him. Well, if that's the case, why do you need all this fucking time for Usyk? Is it you that needs the time, or is it Alexander Usyk that needs the time? That is the most logical explanation, or the most easiest way that I can explain it to you guys. Tyson Fury's either worried about Alexander Usyk, so he needs more preparation time for himself. 2, he never wanted to fight Anthony Joshua in the first place, right? Or 3, he's worried about how the Joshua fight will come out. That's why he put a rematch clause at the end of that sucker, which everyone agreed on. And if you had a rematch clause, though, how are you going to fight Alexander Usyk anyway? You know what I mean? The rematch clause, I guess, had to be in favor of Tyson Fury, because there is a rematch clause. So rematch clauses, that's a smart business move, because you really don't know, what'll happen. Tyson Fury's not an idiot. But since he's not an idiot, he thinks with logical sense. If he gets chinned by Anthony Joshua, right, that will change the narrative for so many people. For Wilder would not be the heaviest, hardest punching. And if he gets, like say he loses to Joshua, you know what that'll mean for Tyson Fury? Do you think Tyson Fury's dumb enough to take a risk like that after a guy that comes off 2 back-to-back losses? I'm going to leave you guys with this. Maybe we're looking at this in a total opposite way that we should be looking at it. People are saying, well, because I thought Anthony Joshua has come off 2 losses back-to-back, one in 2021, and then again to the same guy in 2022, right? A lot of people saying that, hey, he's the weakest link, right? That could be a possibility, but it could also be a possibility, people, that he only wanted to talk up Joshua's name just to get buzz around a fight that nobody wants to see. Because see, even though we won't see a Joshua Fury fight unless Joshua changed his mind by now, people will want to watch that fight simply to see if he loses or not, especially people that hate Tyson Fury or whatever, or dislike him. But I don't see Tyson Fury fighting someone that he can put himself in risk of getting beat by, that's coming off 2 back-to-back losses. What would that do to Tyson Fury's legacy and reputation? It would damage it severely. You took an L from a guy that got beat by a little blown-up middleweight. And you know how people believe in triangle theories. They're going to see, well, damn, bro, you ain't fought none of them motherfuckers except Joshua, and he beat you. So you're not number 1 no more. In fact, you may be number 3, because Usyk beat Joshua and then Joshua beat you. So everyone's looking at it like that. Okay, Joshua beat you, Usyk beat him, and you're behind both of them, but now by default, because you never fought both of them until you stepped in there with Joshua. And Wilder, of course, is number 4 or 5, probably number 4. Then Joyce, then Ruiz, then all those guys. So I don't think Tyson would really honestly put himself in a situation that he could lose a fight against Anthony Joshua when he's coming off 2 professional losses. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about my thoughts on this particular Joshua Fury Usyk situation. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!